One of the most common questions I get from friends who are attending figure skating events for the first time is, how should I behave at these events? Are there any unspoken rules that I should know before I go so that I don't make a complete idiot of myself? Well, I think you'll find that most fans are pretty kind and understanding. But if you're worried about how to behave, I have some tips. The best way to think about figure skating events is that they are part sporting event, part theatrical performance. I've been to football and baseball games, and there isn't any issue if I decide to get up in the middle of the action so that I can get a drink or visit the bathroom. However, when attending a play, it's considered rude to get up in the middle of a performance unless it's an emergency, especially if you're not sitting on the aisle. At figure skating events, the general rule of thumb is to stay in your seat while a skater is actively performing and to save the exits from your seat for the breaks between skates or the ice resurfacing. Since the longest performance will be 4 minutes, this usually isn't a big problem, and when returning to your seat, it's generally considered good manners to wait for a break at the curtained areas at the exits before making your way along the stairs to your aisle. During the performance, it's best to act the same way you would if you were at the theater. Don't shout out at the skater because you might distract them. Don't talk to the other members of your group during the skate, as you might bother the other fans around you. If you need to take a cell phone call, take it out to the lobby or wait until between skaters. Feel free to clap along to the music if it warrants it, and to cheer when a skater does something particularly great, like a jump. Don't stand up during the performance or hold up anything that would block the view of the people behind you. Save poster and flag waving for between the performances. You will also notice that your fellow fans might do some sympathetic clapping if a skater falls or has some kind of difficulty on the ice. This is to encourage the skater to get back up there and finish their program and to let them know that the crowd is behind them. It is extremely rude to boo a skater, whether they're performing badly or you just like another skater better. Skating fans are kind for the most part, and bullying by the crowd is not appreciated. At the end of a skate, you will notice that fans may toss items out onto the ice. Unlike at a hockey game, this is actually considered a good thing. These gifts, or Tossies as they are called, can show your appreciation for a skater and their performance, in addition to the applause at the end of their program. There are some rules regarding Tossies. First of all, check the information for the event to make sure that these are allowed. During COVID, they were banned, and some places still don't allow you to toss out gifts. If gifts are allowed, they should be put in clear plastic bags and sealed. This is to make sure that nothing comes loose and falls on the ice that could impede the next skater. The arena announcers will generally remind people about the gifting policies. There's a wide range of gifts fans choose. Stuffed animals are a popular choice, and fans will often try to find out a skater's favorite plush animal. For example, Yuzuru Hanyu loved Winnie the Pooh, and so there would be a rain of Pooh Bears after his skates. Sometimes fans give flowers, either real or artificial, in small bouquets or flower crowns, and remember to bag these. Some fans make a special gift, such as a stuffed animal wearing a costume like the skaters, or artwork. Just remember to be tasteful in your choices. You may be curious about the legion of little skaters who burst out onto the ice to collect these gifts. They are called sweepers, or pixies, or flower girls, and are usually young skaters from the local skating clubs. They will collect the gifts and put them into a large plastic bag, which is then given to the skater after they leave the kiss and cry. So, what do skaters do with all these gifts? Well, some might keep a few as memento of the event, especially the younger skaters. Some skaters will scoop a plushie off the ice as they make their way to the kiss and cry to hold it while they wait for their scores. And unique or individual items like artwork or custom-made plushies might be kept by the skater. But most of the plushies are donated to local charities. Yuzuru Hanyu always donated his to children's hospitals and charities, and Jason Brown gives his to the Ronald McDonald Houses. As far as bringing other items into the event space, there will usually be clear instructions on what is allowed, so be sure to read those. Sometimes purses are restricted to those small clear bags, like at concerts, and sometimes there's no bag restriction. Sometimes seat cushions are allowed if they can be scanned. Just make sure that you know what's allowed so that you don't have to go all the way back to your hotel with something that violates the policy. There will also be clear guidelines on whether posters are allowed and their size restrictions. I love to see the creativity of people with posters, but do keep in mind that other people are around you and they won't like having your poster in their face. In fact, I know people who deliberately purchase seats along the back rows or along the railings so that they can display their posters without bothering anyone. Some fans will bring the flags for their favorite skaters' countries, which is really fun to see. Just remember, wave them between programs, not during. Have I covered all of your etiquette questions? If not, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And if you still have worries about attending an event in person, just remember to be polite to other fans and to have fun. See you soon.